Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Lucid Prophecy Tarot and this is the video for Sagittarius North Node. So earlier I went outside to record your video, but it was way too windy. I could barely even hear my voice. So I'm just going to try to do it over, okay? So, Sagittarius North Node. So what is the North Node? Let's just break that down real quick. So the North Node, sorry, let me fix this. So what is the North Node? Oh shit, I don't even have my light on. Damn, hold on, let me turn my light on, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. I knew something was off. Okay, so the North Node. What is the North Node? So the North Node is one of two orbitals around the moon, right? They're described as orbitals or points or planes with zero electron density. So they're like free energy spots where the universe manifests through us, essentially, our gifts. So the South Node is what you've mastered in the past lifetime, what you've already came into this lifetime knowing, essentially, and it's like your edge. But it's not what you should fall back on because, of course, in this lifetime, you're meant to learn a new lesson. And that's your North Node, your new soul lesson. So, of course, go check out where your North Node falls exactly to see how and what area of life the North Node has the most effect, definitely, as you progress in learning yourself and then learning about your North Node. But that's essentially the North Node. It's one of two orbitals. Northern ecliptic hemisphere, that's the North Node, that's Sagittarius. Your South Node will be in Gemini because Gemini is the opposite sign of Sagittarius. So in a past lifetime, you was a great speaker. You was definitely involved in the communities, definitely when it comes to social policies, possibly when it came to intellect and breaking things down, definitely on a mental level, in regards to those around you when it comes to speaking and intercourse, more so on a one-on-one basis or more so in on a smaller basis in smaller groups within a community or within the government or within your state or country, depending on how far back we go in past lives. But that's just to give you an idea. And also you can go check out the Gemini North Node reading to get more of a greater understanding of what you were or what you mastered in a past lifetime and what you incarnated in this lifetime, already knowing how to do. But that's essentially your South Node. We're going to basically talk about some key terms to avoid when it comes to your South Node. We're going to jump straight into the North Node, okay? So key terms to avoid when it comes to your South Node. Gossip. Gossip is ruled by the third house, which is the house of Gemini, right? It's Mercurian energy. Gemini rules the word. It's the birth of word. So it's the very first stage of communication. So of course gossip is the very first stage of communication. Fixating on details. So we should avoid on fixating on details. For the Sagittarius North Node, we're going to get into why that is. Going for what you know. So basically being closed-minded and only going for what you know when it comes to tangible things. Being dishonest or distorting the truth. That's a Hermian, Mercurian trait, of course. If you read the stories about Hermes basically didn't tell the whole truth, distorted the truth, and was dishonest. So sometimes, because that's the power of the word, okay? You can turn it any way that you want. Being two-faced, again, Gemini energy. No offense to any Geminis, that's just y'all energy. Big fish in a small pond. So this is having great talent and staying in a small pond and not expanding, not breaking out. You get what I'm saying? And this is funny. I took a picture, I took a video of this pond that's right behind my house and it's really big. So that's definitely a sign of synchronicity here. Codependence. So being codependent on another and relying on others to initiate situations for you. Sagittarius North Node is all about autonomy and venturing out into the unknown, being the adventurer, being the quester, essentially. But we're going to get into that, okay? relying on others to initiate and scattering your energies in too many directions. So, yeah, all Gemini energy, these are things that you've naturally inclined to do, or you already know how to do, but we're moving into Sagittarian energy when it comes to your North Node, your soul's lesson. And these things are always uncomfortable. That's another thing I want to stress. I don't know if I said these in the other videos, but your North Node is always uncomfortable because it brings the most growth. Definitely when it comes to your soul, okay? Alright, so let's get into it. So the Sagittarius North Node. Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter rules expansion, okay? Jupiter rules travel in the 9th house, which is also the higher mind and teaching. And foreign cultures and foreign travel as well, international travel. So with a Sagittarius North Node, you should embrace philosophy, the teachings of why things happen on a more energetic or metaphysical level, okay? Alchemy, that's transmuting one thing from one state to another, be it thoughts, be it emotions, or be it something solid. Getting into alchemy, learning about alchemy in a higher level. Sagittarius is the alchemist of the zodiac. Focusing on the big picture, looking at things from a bigger point of view rather than just from small detail oriented way of seeing things. Again, Mercurian energy, fixating on the details, a thing that we should avoid, right? Or Sagittarius North Node should avoid. Higher learning. So embracing higher learning, embracing teaching and speaking. So these concepts, these higher concepts that you come across, you're meant to learn them, you're meant to learn them so that you can teach other people, and so that you can bring other people into a new state of being. You get what I'm saying? A higher state of seeing their reality or experiencing their reality, okay? Also, foreign language, I want to say that too as well. Travel. And being honest. Sagittarius rules truth. So being able to speak your truth and be honest. And having an honest disposition. Definitely. Going on adventures. And leaving your comfort zone. Again, what I was just saying. Being autonomous and taking risks. And traveling internationally. So all of these things, when you do these things, the universe is going to open up opportunities for you to really gain fulfillment when it comes to your soul and your heart. When you do live in your North Node, you can't really go wrong when you do, because it's like that's your alignment with the universe. It's your galactic plan, essentially, one of the main figures when it comes to your galactic plan. So if you're following your galactic plan, of course, nobody can get in the way of that, or nobody can stop that. Okay, let's keep going. Long distance connections. So maintaining long distance connections, people from other countries, other continents, you know, and expanding, joining groups of people from other religions or maybe other spiritual practices. Multicultural friendships and relationships. Curiosity and discovery, being open to discover, being the pioneer. It's kind of like, I don't like to reference Christopher Columbus, but you get what I'm saying? The archetype of basically the person who was going to discover a new thing, you get what I'm saying, that haven't been discovered before. Of course, Christopher Columbus is in the best example, because Christopher Columbus did not discover anything that was not discovered before, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying? It's like that energy, being open and being like a horde, being the centaur. I mean, just look up Sagittarian energy, and then I'll basically explain to you everything that you really need to understand about your North Node on a deeper level. You get what I'm saying? Or watch documentaries of horses. Watch documentaries when it comes to horses. That's going to stimulate you when it comes to your North Node. I should say that in the other readings. Dang, Sagittarius, y'all getting all my all my good, tidbits. Hold on. I have put like a deck of tarot pocket, a deck of tarot cards in my back pocket because I got a song that say that. I was gonna whip them out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cheesy like that sometimes. But besides that, let's get the energy for the Sagittarius North Node. Let's see how we can best take advantage of Sagittarius North Node. Okay? And we're gonna look at any potential blockages as well. Okay? So, how can we best take advantage of Sagittarius North Node? Please? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely keying in. And let's get something from the Tarot. How can we best take advantage of Sagittarius North Node, please? So, the Terra mantra might be significant, because I don't always say that. Okay, let's see. How can we best take advantage of Sagittarius North Node? How can we best take advantage of Sag North Node, Spirit? Any potential blockages? Okay. Any potential blockages? Okay. So, when it comes to how can we best take advantage of the Sagittarius North Node, the first two animal cards we have out is the cat card and the weasel. The cat card says, it's time to strike out on your own. Autonomy. Relinquish your codependency on others. And for the weasel card, it says, be silent. Pay attention and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. So this is intuition here. So intuition ties directly to the higher mind. Mercury ties more so about intellect. Intuition is the higher level, right? The higher octave. Being able to experience reality on a whole nother level. These will propel you. This is how you take best advantage of your North Node. We also have the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit card. These are two major arcana cards coming out on how to take best advantage of your Sagittarius North Node. So the Wheel of Fortune has everything to do with time. It has everything to do with astrology. But I feel like this is a shift. This is shifting your environment, making changes, going for what it is that you want. I feel like these are different desires, different avenues. But I feel like because they're in the 4 different directions, this is more so like a compass. So trusting your internal compass when it comes to, internal, the Hermit going inside when it comes to travel, in order to learn the higher lessons, because the Hermit is the hermetic principles, the spiritual laws, higher laws, higher mind. Taking that time. What we should avoid, we have also to take best advantage, we have is the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So that is defending yourself, standing up against, because Sagittarian energy, just the wands, the worry, the fear. Because it's only an illusion. The swords are only so far. He's still able to get through. Don't fear that you won't be able to get through. Stand up for what you believe in. If there's a path that you want to go, know that you'll be able to overcome it or get there no matter what. Definitely if you're following and reach that further land. Definitely if you're following your North Node. When it comes to blockages, we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Empress card. So I feel like this could be definitely in regards to responsibility. So limiting yourself due to certain responsibilities, like comfortability, being in a position for a very long time, already having things given to you in a certain way and not really want to break out of that comfort zone, aka sticking to what you know type of energy, and not expanding, not adventuring, not exploring new avenues or new lands or new cultures or ways of thinking or higher ways of doing things in order to, if you want to make a fortune or make money or make a living, stability here. And being and kind of dissolving this, because Sagittarius North knows you're meant to travel, so there's could only be so much quote unquote stability. You get what I'm saying? King of Pentacles is a very stable card, so it's kind of like overcoming that and getting more to. And this is the Empress card, which is also, it's kind of like, if you notice, both of these cards are sitting here, so it's kind of like overcoming that inertia or apathetic energy, which is to have things brought to you. This is also the third house. You see the 3 here, the Empress energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's like drawing things to you rather than to go out and discover and getting things. You know, these are both stationary cards when it comes to the blockage. So being stationary when it comes to exploring and manifesting things within your spirit. And I feel like in regards to also groups, being stuck in the same type of groups that are not challenging you or are not foreign to you or not different, so that you can't learn nothing more. You get what I'm saying? It's like, be aware of stagnancy. I feel like that's essentially the blockage that I'm getting here. All right. I think that is all for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sagittarius North Node. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This is Lucid Prophecy Tarot. I'll be back at y'all with more videos. Okay, bye.